Now, here's a quick update to the possible storm in the Gulf of Mexico. We're looking at Monday and Tuesday. It hasn't formed yet, but it's got great potential to. Now, it's moving across the southern or the central Gulf of Mexico on Monday and Tuesday, and it says where a tropical storm or subtropical cyclone is likely to form. Now, it's possibly going through the Yucatan Peninsula, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, West Cuba during the next several days. So what we need to look, the chances, 48 hours are high, 70%, formation of chance through the next 5 days, 90%. So there's plenty of time observing and deploying. So here's the plan. We're now on the IntelliCast. There's great precipitation potential here. There's already heavy rains being formed, but as you know, once an etheric charge kicks in, the rain can go on and on and on. It appears magically from nowhere, and that's the etheric charge for you. At the moment, it hasn't formed a rotation here, and there are winds excuse me, there is a slight lower winds to the right rotation, but they are thinking this is now going to slow down, and we could expect a left rotation to start. We're looking at other winds here north, heading from the north east. So what we are going to do, this is going to move across to the west and start heading slightly north, and we're going to hit it straight in front of it here in New Orleans and put a blockage here in this area. So you've got plenty of time. Now this is critical. What we're looking at, we're wanting Lenny. I'm going to work the degrees out in a minute. Lenny, you have got to go horizon, and you're going to go southwest straight into New Orleans, and it's going to be a double hit, because Sean from California, and I'll allow your, I need your team to be given these directions. I'll let you do that. I'm busy with creating thunderstorms over Portugal and Spain at the moment. Great results there, which thankfully. So you're going to hit just in front of New Orleans on this side here. So we're going to form two blockages. I'm going to do a diagram for you and give you coordinates. Now this one's for Lenny. Lenny, you've got 1,093 miles projection, and coordinates are 196 degrees on your compass, and I want you to go full water if possible, which is a high potential deployment, and we're going to suck it dry. I'm going to watch the satellites, and I'm quite sure we'll see an etheric wave like we did before. We've done this before, so we know exactly what the process is. And now we're going to look at Lenny. We're going to look at Sean across from California. Okay, Sean, you've got 1,590 miles. Remember that your inclination declination chart is in kilometers, of course, and you also have the mileages for your angles, but you're possibly looking just below the horizon about 2 degrees, and we want again full water. This is a really high potential deployment. Now anybody deploying in this area can use the same degrees, because depending on your position you'll still be forming a bar here. Sean, I want you to alter your degrees after about 5 to 6 hours, so you can do a slight left and right sweep. Only 2 or 3 degrees maximum to cover a wider area here, so we've got a bigger blockage. And you can also tweak it 1 or 2 degrees up and down. You form a nice blockage here, and this will start to take the stuffing out of it. This will be the best typhoon, or so we say, hurricane that never was, because if it dies a death and never happens, there are no heroes, because it never happened anyway. But let's see. So yes, please bring the team on board. Let's have a very high potential, plenty of water, change the water every 30 minutes if possible, or leave your spray on. You can shut the spray off just for about 5 or 10 minutes whilst you move it. That will give a slight chaotic charge, and then back away again full water. So yeah, good luck with that. As if this isn't enough, a few days behind this we've got another tropical storm coming up, and it's heading west above Brazil. Not a major problem right now. It's 35 to 50 kilometers per hour varying along this track, but this is hurricane season, and this is exactly how it starts and how it progresses. So we're keeping an eye on this at the moment. The other thing that we are monitoring, which is on the other side of the earth, is the fires. Tragically, at least 60 people lost their lives in fires in Spain and Portugal, which fortunately we brought some thunderstorms in, and we're hoping that that should have helped to solve the situation, but we may be deploying again today. This was in fact the storm that we generated. Brilliant to see this here in the whole of Europe virtually. There was nothing like this, only above where the deployment was, where the fires were, which was great. We're hoping it spreads even more still, but we're monitoring this one too. This was the situation yesterday and the last 24 to 48 hours. Tragic. People really caught unawares by this. 60 fires across the whole of the continent of Portugal and Spain. And this was it. The reports coming in. So we did a deployment, and it was pretty successful, we might add, through the night. It's great when a team pulls together and we get results like this. Beautiful. So much respect, guys, for this. Whether we've saved lives or not, we're not sure at this point, but it certainly helped. Absolutely. And this was our deployment. We had the whole team from the UK deploying full potential, and that was an amazing sight to see them thunderstorms kick in. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this is live. This is 8:33 on Monday morning, 19th of June. The main central thunderstorm has moved now to the west. We do have some potential here. Ironically, you know, when you have forest fires, with the right deployments, it's a great potential to use them as aerosols for precipitation. So I think another deployment is well in order today to actually continue these rains and bring them back across the central right, if we can, across the peninsula to Valencia. Just to double check, make sure. Well, it's not good news, because 61 killed in forest fire. This is Monday morning's news, and as it says here, this is the 19th of June, 12:35 AM. So early hours of this morning this report was written, and the fires still continue. It was still going across the hillsides of central Portugal. Not good. A tremendous amount of people were killed fleeing in their cars, and the fires came across the road and trapped them. So that's what we need to do, guys. We need a good full deployment all of today, right across the continent again, and let's hope we can resurrect some more of them thunderstorms. Okay, guys, that is what we need to do. So revert back to your original deployments, please, because that's exactly what we will be doing again today. So there's your instructions, please. Same deployment, heading south. Those that deployed previously, please deploy exactly as you did again.